This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my God.
I took my shoes off just for you.
Thank God you
that?
did.
Sock content.
It's so much more comfortable.
It is. We just need a blankie and some ketamine and
We've got the headphones.
Oh yeah, true. And an eye. Did they have like eye mark?
They did.
Like they were on a
blacked
plane.
out. Yeah, literally.
The way they keep casually bringing that up.
The ketamine.
In the second half of the season, that like Zach. No, what's his name?
Literally.
Zach.
who cares?
Is it Zach Affleck? Yeah.
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 Wait. Yes,
Yeah,
Jen
yeah.
and Zach. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, we're just doing ketamine therapy, and everyone's just like, like
And-
that's normal.
And then the other women are like, yeah, blah, 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 when I did ketamine therapy. I'm like, oh, they've all done it.
The loopholes.
The
This show is a show of loopholes.
The poop holes. The poop hole loophole.
It's truly. We
It's
were just
so
saying,
good. The
this-
second half is much better than the first. I mean, the first was great.
First was fine. Like
Yeah.
I was engaged,
Yeah.
but this second half, can I tell you, I watched it in like one sitting.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
I was like, more. And the things that were happening mid-season to where we get to at the end, completely different universe.
Yes. Let's get into it.
No, let's
Okay.
chat about some other things first.
Oh, true.
Well, so last time you were here,
Yes.
I think there was rumors swirling
Right.
about our
Mrs.
favorite daddy of all time, JLP.
Yes.
And his, potential departure
Blind
from...
side
Yeah.
now, though.
And now it's all... She spilt
Wow. She did not hold
everything.
back.
And good, you know what? It just makes me like him even more.
It's I mean, he was also the host of Top Gear, which is Channel 10. And this gives me...
Oh, with that hot, annoying guy.
from Amazing
Like,
Race, Bo, whatever his name is.
He's
but
so annoying.
He's
He's so hot.
He's really not for me.
No, not at all. When I look at pictures of him, I'm like, fuck yeah. And then he opens his mouth and I go, no.
Literally,
No.
every time on The Amazing Race when they finish and he's like, bring it in, and like gives him a bro hug. I'm like,
Everything he says sounds like a personal homophobic attack.
It
even
really-
though it's not.
No, but literally though, he anyway. So JLP, what this tells me is that he has severed all ties with Channel 10, including Top Gear. So I'm assuming Top Gear is not coming back.
She lit a match, doused Channel 10 on with kerosene, lit a match, and then he's like slow motion walking away from the building. And I love it.
Put poisonous mushrooms in there.
JLP put dead cat
did.
mushrooms inside of the Channel 10 Wellington.
Beef
and was
Wellingtons
like,
for all.
Sorry about it. And was like, I've never owned a dehydrator. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're literally crazy.
You
That
guys-
was just a recipe tin eats recipe. I don't know what you're talking
soon?
about. It's 24 hours.
I know. Yeah.
But anyway, so JLP fully gone from Channel 10. I don't think there's no way Channel 10 were expecting him to post that. And for people who don't know, go read the post. It's not just like, Channel 10's post was saying, we've loved him so far. It's time for a change and move on. We wish him all the best.
Do you know what? Like, fuck off with that. That's so
It's just
that was
usual.
giving all staff email. It was
It
like,
really is, yeah.
Thank you everyone so much for all the questions.
As they make 100% redundancy. Yeah. There's
literally.
But he was pissed. Like in that post,
He's
there's no
pissed.
amicable departure.
No.
Okay. So what do you think happened?
So
I have theories.
The more you probably know more than me. What I'm hearing though is that potentially it wasn't actually a 10 decision, but the production company's decision, and then 10 are now the ones doing the damage control.
So
I also heard that. Yeah, I think the reason he's being so salty is because apparently he got let down by email, which is crazy. And apparently the email was really cold.
right.
And apparently other people have seen it and they can confirm that it was very allegedly cold email.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah.
So
What do you think happened?
So, it would be a joint decision by Endemol and 10.
Okay.
But 10 ultimately have the final say. Like if Channel 10 wants something,
Yeah.
the production company does
Of course, because
it.
they are paying
They're
minimal
they're the
to
client.
make the product. Yeah.
Exactly. They're paying for it.
10 are notoriously known for their shake-ups of this scale. Like MasterChef, many times
Yes.
they've changed the panel.
And MasterChef, it worked. You know what I mean?
it
Like,
did.
people don't like change
Yep.
until it's
yeah.
finished,
And-
until the change has
and
happened.
That I have one half of me that is feeling the same way about this, and I'm like, guys, chill, wait. I know we love JLP. I'm
Yeah.
the biggest fan,
But no one's been announced.
Let's see. Well,
I know.
I
There's strong rumors.
and I think that is correct because
I
again,
agree.
10 have a track record for using past contestants.
But what I don't understand is it's like, if I understand they want to shake it up and do something different. So it's Survivor, Australian Survivor is very much like The Traders, where it struggled for ratings. Obviously, Traders really struggled for ratings in Australia. But the people who did watch it watch every episode
Yes.
throughout the season. Not many other shows can say
True.
that. So the people who watch it are really engaged.
They're not just watching every episode of that; they're watching every international franchise.
They're watching exactly.
They're like big.
They're engaging
heads.
on Twitter. Like they're really engaged
Making
viewers,
podcasts.
making podcasts. But
Totally.
they just need people to actually tune in the first place, and then they'll fall in love with the show and watch every episode. But they need to get those new viewers in, and after 10 years, they're struggling. Some of them are falling off. So how do they do something big and new and different to get new people engaged? Now, I'm not saying getting rid of JLP is the correct call. You could probably do that by doing Australia versus the world, or having other big celebrities, big well-known AFL players come on, and maybe fans of those people will watch it.
Well, that's what they used to do.
They used to do that,
and they've
but
stopped doing that because they realised that we don't care.
it's also expensive
about
because you have to pay
athletes.
talent fees, and it also if
True.
they're shit, it actually ruins the product. 'Cause
True.
they don't get any airtime.
Yeah. And then they've also done like a few like TikTokers and stuff, which is also gonna become more of a normal thing for reality TV.
Of
which
course.
I have opinions on, but whatever. I get it because they're probably cheap and high reach.
Yes, and you just look, whatever is going to make Australian Survivor stay on air forever, I'm in favour of.
And look, I'm all for giving us one season without him, see how it goes. If it is truly horrendous, then let's.
What, bring him
Riot?
back? I don't think he's going to come back. I think we've got
Nah,
to.
it's the bridge has been burnt.
People should watch JLP in season 1.
True.
Like, he's still really
No,
good.
you're right.
But like,
He wasn't like-
It takes time.
True.
It takes time. There's
He
not a lot of people that can
became
fill his shoes.
The character that we love today after many seasons of like little bits, and then it just became full blown like gay porn, which
exactly
we love.
It's the same with every host of every show. It takes time for them to get on their feet and to feel confident in what they're doing and to have fun with it. So whoever's new, which very likely Golden God.
Yeah,
It'll
going to be
take
Golden
some
God.
time.
And do you know what? Like, I don't love the Golden God, but I think if I'm putting my 10 producer hat on, great choice.
Yeah.
He's just one fucking
Well, look, he's-
Dondi.
Yeah, his Dondi, which I haven't watched, but apparently very good.
Yeah.
He's on Australian, Survivor versus the World.
Yeah, so it makes
So,
sense.
Sure.
It's the MasterChef model. You get the much loved previous contestants to host the show eventually. But that's just, I think because the Survivor fandom is so dominated by like Americans or people that love the American franchise, they're very confused by this. Totally normal in our industry, this stuff.
Yes.
But
very normal.
It is shit because he's
so beloved by everyone.
It ain't broke, so why does
Exactly.
it need fixing?
Totally. And
do you
look,
think it was do you think he like asked for more money?
100% that's what's happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no. But you think that they would then just go negotiate rather than cut?
So he would have had like a pay rise every season is my guess. Incremental, and maybe he's now just like, okay, being away for 4 months of the year from my family is actually, now that I'm so rich and, very comfortable, I have a bit more bargaining power where I maybe don't need this show. 4 months of the year, you got to make it worth my while.
Yeah.
And Channel 10 now have actually, and maybe in seasons past, Channel 10 have said, look, we can't lose JLP. Okay, we'll pay him $2 million or whatever it is for 3 or 4 months, or maybe it's more than that. Whereas now they're like, you know what? Actually, the show can exist and have a future without JLP, and maybe now that he's asking for double what we were paying him 5 years ago, maybe now's the time that we can take a
Sure.
step in another direction. And the
Yeah.
cold, horrible email he received would have been after many, many, many conversations,
Yeah.
and then the lawyer has to then draft something
Yeah.
that's very foolproof and very
Yeah, yeah,
cold,
yeah.
just so it's very clear what's happening.
Oh, I love this take on it because there's a lot of emotions in the fandom.
Emotions run high.
Which I'm just living for. Like watching, like someone's made a petition, which to that I say, fantastic, but also like maybe just like open the news for like just 5 minutes, just read a news article and then maybe reassess what you're doing with your life.
Touch some grass.
I did sign it though, but yeah, touch some grass and
You're doing the work.
Well, like, do you know what I mean? It's like if this is, you're
I'm
in
not sure how effective it's going to be.
No, it's not going to be effective at all.
Because they knew that the fans love JLP and they're not going to be happy with it.
And
They
they're
probably
not
did not predict
But
his
no
post.
no one is boycotting Australian Survivor.
Anyone
Trust me. In fact,
anyone who is like,
they're
you're an
not going-
idiot,
they're
come
not-
on.
They're not going to. If anything,
Give it a
there will be
chance.
the curiosity eyes on the new season.
Yes.
Of, I wonder how Golden God's going. Also, Golden God, model, actor,
Presenter.
made
He has
for
hosted,
camera.
he's hosted a competition
made
reality
for-
series before.
He's going to be cheeky. I have faith in him. I actually think he's going to be good.
I'm going to
and-
give him a shot.
Yeah.
He didn't make the decision to get rid of JLP.
but
so
he will suffer. There will be like
I don't envy him.
losers online.
Yeah.
People being like, no.
Yeah.
If he can queerbait just as much as JLP,
I reckon
welcome.
he can. I reckon it's there.
Same, I agree.
I feel
I know.
a bit cleansed after that.
It's exciting, and do you know what? If the plan was to just get more people talking about it, well done. That helped. That worked.
I have not stopped talking about it.
Yeah, people. In other news, I did finally watch K-pop Demon Hunters.
That thumbnail has been...
Yeah.
My algorithm thinks I want to watch a lot of that. I haven't yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone has watched it. It's like #1 in the world or something.
Yes.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yes. And the soundtrack is
Okay.
like, the soundtrack's breaking all these records
Right.
of like, like it's got more streams than like most K-pop artists do, which is crazy because that's
Oh.
already nuts. So,
Okay.
yeah. And they're,
All right, I'll
they're
get on it. Jeez, I'm
nominating-
behind.
They're nominating a song from this show for an Oscar. And to that I say, correct.
Okay.
The music is really good. It's a good, like, next time you're like coming down and you need a little feel good show.
Right, okay.
Cartoon. Yeah,
Coming
check
down
it
from what? Ketamine?
out. From
my ketamine therapy.
from after this when we do ketamine therapy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right, let's go back to Utah.
Oh, Salt Lake City.
These girls get around.
I want to know how... Do they actually live in those houses? Because sometimes you see them and you're like, this is a
Suburbia.
display home. No one lives in this.
Oh, it's Anko
Yeah,
head to toe.
fully.
Yeah, the cul-de-sac chic look.
Yes, not a bit of personality in a
No.
single one of their houses.
Episode 6 is called The Book of Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we start? Okay, Whitney is getting blanked by Jen.
I love that I know all their names now.
No, so that was my note. Finally, it's only
Finally,
taken
yes.
1.5 seasons, but I was like, oh my God.
Demi and Jessie.
I know that Demi and Jessie are different people now.
Yeah, literally.
But can we say, they look the fucking same.
They are the fully same. Except not anymore. Now I can really clearly see them
but
as
now
different people.
we also know why now, because Jessie's been doing everyone's hair.
It really does make sense. All the extensions come from the same like horse
the
tail
same
or whatever
goat.
they've gotten.
Yeah. So I love this. Whitney is like waiting for Jen Affleck. They're supposed to be going to the airport together. And then there's this really awkward bit where she walks over and Jen just looks really hungover. But then we learn that she has seriously bad prenatal depression, which I'm
Yikes.
like, oh shit. And this is not the show you want to be on. Going through that.
No.
Because what they will do is they will film you, but then they'll put text on screen that says, out of respect, Jen, we put the cameras down. When they did that, did you not go,
Bullshit.
fuck off?
Yeah.
We're so respectful.
So out of respect. Nothing but respect for these women.
Yeah.
These producers have.
Didn't stop Zach.
No.
He was like...
He was on it even more.
He was like, great, I can be on the show now without
Finally.
Jen.
He really lent into like that. I guess in the first half of the season,
Yeah.
he was really wanting that screen time, like
Still
driving Yep. Driving
And his
storylines.
haircut, fantastic.
Thank
He
God.
looks great.
Thank God.
Yeah. We cut
A
to
few male hair transformations in this show, which we'll get to.
Don't know who you could be talking
Season
about.
3, we're going to Turkey.
We cut to the Scottsdale, Arizona trip.
Oh, Scottsdale.
I was like, woo, Scottsdale.
Let's go. A
Have
lot of
you-
traveling.
lot of traveling, but to a lot of very strange suburban destinations like this. They go for a celebrity pickleball event, and boy,
That's
isn't
right.
pickleball just infecting the globe
I am seeing a lot of it.
everywhere?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. It's
You need to do a podcast deep dive on pickleball.
hard pass. You know how I feel about reality shows and activities.
Oh,
Just
true.
the only activity we need is wine throwing. I don't want to see a relay race.
Yeah.
I don't want to see fucking...
Unless they're on ketamine.
No, yeah, exactly.
Not into
or
it.
naked.
Mm.
Upon arrival, they enter a limo. This limo Hummer, they get in a lot of limo Hummers in this second half of the season.
Yeah.
This one has Mum Tuck like on a screen in the back. I was
Oh,
like,
for God's sake.
and a stripper pole, which doesn't stay like alone for long. It's like the girls are on it straight
right
away.
on it. Right on it.
Yeah. They tell us that just because they don't drink doesn't mean they don't dance.
There you go. I had to remind myself that they're all stone cold sober
Yeah.
the entire time. Every scene that they're partying, clubbing, and I'm like, hold on.
And like 25. It's
They're so young. It actually is so gross. Every time,
wild.
like Layla, 23.
I
like,
know.
just
After we
wanna
did this last
vomit.
episode, I was like, oh my God, are we like bashing children?
They
might-
have
they're
like 3
mums.
children.
They're
yeah.
mums.
And that 24 and pregnant with her 3rd child or something just
Crazy.
makes me sick. But I'm so happy for them.
Demi, it's not Demi, it's Demi,
Yeah.
says that Jen is just being a coward and she doesn't want to face the music. Which I
Wow.
was like,
Yeah.
truth.
And what doesn't she want to face?
Well, this is the thing. Similar to us last time, not remembering why Whitney was shunned from the group.
Clue.
I can't remember what Jen did. I think she was just
No.
generally a bit of a bitch.
Like literally,
messy.
they just use these buzzwords. You know, she just didn't take accountability.
It's
you know, there's just no accountability.
They also speak so fast and about such
And
petty
my little
stuff that I'm
peanut
like,
gay brain can't keep.
same. I'm watching it and I'm like, hang on.
Yeah, and you're taking notes.
Oh, and I'm like, who?
Not very
Someone with
comprehensive
hair?
ones.
Absolutely not at all.
Someone with hair said something. Someone's not taking
But
accountability.
I'm fully on team Demi, by the way. Like, I think she's such a fabulous diva.
I'm usually on the team of anyone who's like on the outs.
Same.
Like if someone just says you're all fucking bitches, I'm like, you know
I'm
what?
like, yes,
You're right.
Which was Whitney in season 1.
Yes.
And now Whitney's kind of weirdly on the sidelines, but involved. And
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whitney's really on her redemption arc this season. She does not want to be the villain. I'm really still confused as to what she's done.
yeah. Oh, so Jen didn't want to face the music because Jessie and Demi have been all up in her Affleck business with her and what's going on with.
And they had that brunch
husband.
with Zach to like really get
that's
the download.
right. And she was like, "How dare you?" I don't know. I think Zach's the messy one. Leave Jen alone. Anyway, they arrive at a hideous suburban McMansion in Scottsdale, Arizona. And after dinner, Jessie decides, let's do another truth box. 'Cause
Amazing.
the last one went so well.
So good.
When she whipped it out, I was like, again, already?
You can so tell that like all of them are getting paid a lot more money for this season, so they're willing to just like wreck their lives for it.
There's a gay producer off camera with that silver box, just like, hey.
There you go.
Hey.
And they're willing to do it. Honestly,
So
I
good.
feel like it would be such an easy show to produce because they're all just willing to do it themselves.
They love PJs and a truth box.
That's it.
And a bit of K.
A bit of K next to their full sugar soda.
Oh. First question is about Jessie's husband Jordan's dick. I loved this. And
Finally, we have been
finally
asking
about
how big is it?
how big are the
Show me
dicks?
pictures.
And Jessie,
she did both.
when she whipped out her phone, this was like, I was like, Jessie, you are amazing for this.
And they're all like, no, put it away. I was like, don't you
I was like,
dare.
put it closer and stop, take the blur off.
Take the blur off.
She said, I just gave him a little handy.
Love it.
Got the ruler out and then I'm like, yes.
And then how big was it?
And Jordan's got a
8
hog.
inch.
We love that.
Not
and
bad.
The ruler released the pic, I say. Then the
Surely.
next one is about Demi's husband. They love talking about each other's husbands.
Wait, hold on. Is it Jesse's husband or Demi's husband that has it? I think it's Demi.
No, it was Jesse's husband with the dick
With the-
pic. Jordan.
Oh, right.
And then Demi's husband is...
Oh, you're right. Demi's
Brett?
husband's the one
Brett?
with the giant steroid body.
Yeah, and he's just a huge man.
Oh, for some reason
Oh,
in my
was
memory
that
with
Jesse's?
that scene.
Oh, fuck
No.
no.
Oh, wait. Damn it.
We said we had remembered...
We were so confident.
And we can't tell. them
We've
apart.
cooked it. Fuck, which one
Oh,
has the
well.
big dick? This is so important for us to know.
So, about...
We'll do
About
a rewatch.
Demi's husband,
Yes.
Macy says she received an anonymous confession that he slept with someone while she was
Yes.
away, and she kind of acts unbothered. But then, yeah, no, that's Brett. He's the big unit
The big muscle.
who
'Cause-
did the Chippendale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got the big dick.
No,
The other one.
Jesse's husband has a big
Yeah.
dick.
You wouldn't pick it.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
And I love that. Yeah, they had to address those allegations. This show is so good.
Obviously.
Then Jessie tells us a story about being at Tom Tom, and you're not a pump head, are you? A Vanderpump girl.
No.
Okay, so that would have gone over your head.
Yes.
But
they did
these-
provide some explainers though.
These are venues from the Bravo cinematic universe. So that's why I was like, what? You can see the Hulu people being like, stop talking about Tom. So Tom Tom and Sir R. Vanderpump owned
Right.
bars in LA.
Yes.
And a lot of like reality trash hang out there.
Gotcha.
So when they said they were there, I was like, delicious,
Mm.
but also
It's a little Easter
strange
egg.
because it wasn't the Italian fucking villa with
Yeah.
Ms.
A lot of
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump crossover.
Yeah, but then what's the story? It's like she was making out with someone.
Mm.
This is Jessie making out with someone
Mm-hmm.
at Tom Tom and also, and I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a reality star.
Oh yeah.
And it was.
And it was.
And I love this. But also I'm like, are these people 17 years old?
Oh.
It's like, you were making out with someone in
Like-
public. Ah! Crazy. Anyway.
But we're cutting. We're cutting to the end though.
Yeah.
Is that?
No,
does-
we're not going to do that.
Okay, great.
We're still at the truth box.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
Michaela and Whitney get into it. So again, can't remember what happened, but they're like, Michaela, will you ever forgive Whitney? And she's like, nah. She says in confessional, nah, my own peace is more valuable than being forgive.
But like, literally, for what? Like, what did Whitney do? Leave? Like, she unfollowed them.
Oh, was it that it?
That's it.
Oh, get over it.
Like, literally, I think that's it. That's the only example
Oh.
that we keep being given is that Whitney unfollowed us.
Not the most petty social media related drama of the
No.
season. And that concludes the truth box, but the drama is just getting started.
I love when the drama happens off screen
Yeah.
and they have to like do a little explainer, like a little recap.
So good. This
Yeah.
show, I've got to say, the editing of this show, very good at doing that.
It's very good storytelling.
You can hop
it's
in.
very clear.
Yeah, it is clear. You can hop in whenever. When you finally can differentiate their faces,
That's it.
It's great. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I think by next season we'll know who each of the husbands
Yeah.
are.
Macy is a bit more forgiving than Michaela, and she's able to hug and make up with Whitney, which we love to see.
How beautiful. Women supporting women.
It's look, we've moved the needle.
Patriarchy.
Patriarchy
is
is
toppled.
no more. Yeah.
See ya.
But it's still Whitney v. Michaela. And oh my God, I loved this. My favorite line from this set of episodes. She goes, yeah, no fucking shit. We were on a reality show,
Yes.
Michaela. How good was that line?
I loved it.
No fucking shit. We were on a reality show, Michaela. Put that on a t-shirt.
Like, literally though, you're on a fucking reality show, Michaela.
So good. I've noticed this is a trend across the board with shows now where they will, because they used to cut this stuff out, but now they're like, no,
Yes.
we can get a bit fourth wall with it.
Yep.
the Gen Y, next Gen NYC. There was a storyline recently where a guy is like, "You're only on this show because of me," and they kept it in.
Yep, great. And talking about now the talent fees that they're getting, Jesse and Demi's talent fees.
And who's the fan favorite?
Who's the fan favorite? Yep.
So good. Yeah, I love it when the show is the storyline of the show.
Because audiences know.
Yeah.
Like, we know that they're getting paid. We know that there's producers and there's cameras and that stuff happens behind the scenes. Like, why not just acknowledge that?
Exactly.
Like, it's the cause of so much drama and tension.
I know.
So for Whitney to actually be like, yeah, obviously I said it on camera because we're on a reality show. Like,
Michaela.
oh, so good.
Back in Utah, the Afflecks they're not well. They are unwell.
Yeah. What a suicidal ideation.
This is dark. Take them off. Also, Zach, what are you doing? If your wife is going through that, get off the show.
Yeah.
Just have a mental health break, which means a mental health break. It doesn't mean still being on the show.
Well, I wonder, do any of them actually have normal jobs?
Paycheck?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Brand deals.
Apparently. We really need to be following them.
Prenatal depression does not sell products. I'm sorry.
Brand deals would have really, yeah. I don't think she's not an influencer for
she could be the
pregnancy
face
vitamins.
of like BetterHelp.
Okay.
Or like,
great.
I don't know, ketamine.
The sex toys wasn't one of them.
Sex toys are great. Like, I'm depressed,
and I'm pregnant. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all kicks off again with the girlies. This is when we get the fan favorite drama. You blink and you miss a whole, like, the drama is amazing on the show. It's just like next, and they're like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
Like, some shows have one of this and then we'll center the entire show around it.
Oh,
like, they have two an episode.
Exactly.
So good.
Exactly. This messy bitch Taylor Frankie Paul is like, "Oh, you're not the star. I'm the star." And I was like,
I made you.
It's so good.
But it's actually because the Kardashians are similar with Kim K sex tape. You know, it all comes down to what started it, and then there's this feeling that this person has the power and they're in control.
It's Game of Thrones, and Demi is coming for Ms. Lannister. She's riding a dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is why I love Demi. It's like someone had to do it. You watch that first season, you're like, we're just going to let Taylor be this messy and then still be like loved. No.
But when she did say like she thought she was the fan favorite, I had to stop because I was like, I wasn't certain that you were on the show. Oh. And yet I'm being told you're the fan favorite. I'm going to need some evidence.
In her eyes. I love it. That delusion is great. And she's emerging now from the shadows as this behavior is fan favorite behavior to me.
It's giving fan favorite. It's also giving villain. I remember the exact episode. I can't remember which one it was, but it was like you can slowly see that villain edit emerging when they're doing recaps of like conflict she's had and only showing the bits where Demi was like flustering and being shit.
Well, apparently she's a bit of a bitch behind the girlies' backs, which we love. They verbal diarrhea for a bit, and this is when she goes. Taylor Frankie Paul says, "I should be getting paid the most, but I'm so humble. I haven't even asked for that."
Wow.
I was like,
we're gonna get some JLP drama.
Yes,
in Utah.
There's gonna be cold emails being exchanged.
Next season, the Golden God's gonna be in Salt Lake City.
Amazing. Then they talk about Jesse being expendable. And I'm like, wow, now we are producers on the show. And so are the girls. And we're all just in a room together.
Talking about the talent.
The casting decisions. It's so good. Fascinating, but also kind of gross. In like a meta
But it's
way.
like, I kind of love it because I want the unsaid stuff said. I want to feel like nothing's off the table.
Same. Then they hit the club of Scottsdale.
Yeah.
And
high on Coca-Cola.
Yep. There's twerking in the limo, which was hard to watch.
Yeah, wasn't a huge fan of that. But they're having so much fun at age 24 with 5 children and completely sober.
Then they come back to the ranch and they're like, let's go skinny dipping. And there's talk of BV, which is bacterial vaginosis.
Right. I was like, Bondi Vet?
Yes.
Where's Dr. Kate?
But Dr. Kate appeared.
Yeah.
And because they go skinny dipping, or their version of skinny dipping, which is just like tops off, which I'm like,
literally.
come on.
That's Anyway, good for them.
That's like walking down the street
Like-
in Germany. Yeah, it's Mormon Girls Gone Wild, and we love it.
And wasn't Demi got in trouble because her husband said wasn't comfortable with her skinny dipping, and all the girls gave a shit about that.
Of course, that's why they make them do this stuff. Anything slightly salacious, so the husbands can be like
Chippendales.
rage about it. Yeah. All right, the Book of Gratitude is next.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are a mess with drama, but never too much drama to not do TikTok. Woo! They
Brand deals wait for no one.
Exactly. Because I was thinking we haven't seen them make TikToks for a while. Not that I'm watching this show for that, but
Also, whenever the show has like a montage or whatever of some of the TikToks, the captions look really weird. Do you think that's like these are made up?
what are they doing with that? It's weird.
I don't understand why they wouldn't. Yeah, it's real. I need to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah. Then Whitney, very ballsy. Well, she claims it was a bit of a joke, but it wasn't. She's like, so now that I'm on this trip, like, am I back in Mom Talk or what? And they're like, oh, we're going to have a vote on that. It's like suddenly turns very serious. And they have a vote and sorry, girl.
She doesn't have a hidden immunity idol.
But, yeah, exactly. She's voted out. But strangely, Taylor Frankie Paul is the one that's like leading the charge to get her back in.
And
How
it's
the tables
because,
have turned.
she used to be on the outs. She knows what it's like.
She's had her own fall from grace.
Imagine voting someone out of your
it's
friendship group. It's just
gross.
messed up.
The other girlies are staying loyal to Michaela because Michaela is a fragile petal. And so that's why they don't vote her in.
Michaela has like really gone down for me.
Michaela sucks.
She sucks.
Vote her off.
I agree.
She's so miserable.
Yeah, no, I'm not into
with
it.
her
Too many kids.
Leighton Meester looking
Eczema.
little. Yeah, what happened to her skin journey?
I think she just like is wearing a lot more makeup this season.
Right.
Yeah, and they showed some clips from season 1 in the reunion or unseen footage, and I was just like, wow, everyone looks a lot less glamorous. I think they've really like the makeup and hair. Yeah, they've really upped it.
Of course, they love Christmas, so they start planning in August.
Yeah.
I'm like, should we be planning Christmas right now?
Honestly, love that. It's giving like
camp.
Hallmark Christmas movie.
Totally.
Really into it. And their homes look like a Hallmark
They do.
Christmas movie home.
Utah is just like a Christmas snow globe.
Well, Jesus was born there, as we all know.
Sure.
I don't know the Mormon religion.
No.
Something like that.
Demi and Jesse are wrapping presents looking the same. And Demi wants Brett's varicose veins to be taken care of. The way they talk about all of their diagnoses, I'm like,
Yeah.
nothing is off the cards.
They're
here.
quite open, aren't they?
From bacterial vaginosis to varicose veins.
Yeah.
It's a true medical
Coffee enemas
journal.
later. Yeah.
The butt chugging of coffee.
Poophole loophole.
Blip. Yeah, exactly.
Big
They need him to sort out the veins so that his sperm can become healthy, so they can pop out some babies and fulfill their Mormon duties.
Gotcha. Yeah. In the name of Jesus.
And to make things matters worse, she has endometriosis. I'm like, whoa,
Yikes.
how do you all have these problems? Oh, that's right. You all drink soda constantly. Like, seriously. They're probably all diabetic as well.
Yeah. Pinnacle of health.
Yeah.
Brand deals.
Then we get a very Handmaid's Tale moment where they're like, ha ha ha, well, if you can't have babies, maybe I'll let Brett fuck Layla and then she can finally have an orgasm.
Sorry?
Did you miss this bit? They were like joking.
Did you make this up?
No, they did this. And it was so Handmaid's Tale. It was like, I nominate Layla's womb to carry. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was
For
like,
her.
she's not using it.
No.
Fucking selfish bitch.
Yeah.
It was
She
very
needs to
that.
pop out some more.
And they were like, ha.
Yeah, she's getting ancient now at 23.
They love a swing.
They
joke.
do.
Taylor, Frankie Paul, and Dakota seem to be doing okay. However, they're just fucking each other.
Yes.
And I actually kind of love Taylor for this. She's just like, yeah, I'll just
Use him for sex.
ride that dick however I want. I was kind of
Yeah.
like, slay. And then he's the one that's like catching feelings.
Mm.
But also, like, poor guy, like, I don't know, they've had a kid together and now
So this is
she's
what
like,
always
don't
gets me.
Yeah,
Where like every single time I see the scene with them,
Yep.
and they're fighting, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're like high schoolers or whatever, and then I have to remember, hold on, they have a child.
Yeah, which we saw being born on this show. Like,
But
in
they're
graphic
fully
detail.
they're acting like they're in high school, or they're on like
Yeah.
The Bachelor, and they've only known each other for like 2 weeks, and they're just fighting, and they have no investment in the relationship. And I'm like, actually, you have a child. It really freaks me out. Too many children.
Taylor's been in the comment section, and she's like, "Oh, someone online said we're perfect for each other because we're both fucking psycho." And I was like, "Yeah, that was me."
Yeah.
Yeah,
the receipts.
these crazy kids.
Touch
Layla is wanting everyone to come together to her Friendsgiving event.
Oh yeah.
It's always a themed event.
Yeah, Layla needs. Yeah, she's been really stepping into that main character energy.
It's after she went to Vanderpump Villa and
Honestly,
got some flirt on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's got a boyfriend. We saw him for a little bit.
He was hot, right?
I think so.
She's stunning.
Yeah, she's looking slender.
So skinny.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
I guess.
Get it, girl.
Yeah, get that back.
It's a bake-off themed
That's right.
Friendsgiving. Not everything needs like multiple themes, you guys, but sure. And Demi wants to bake a better than what cake because better than sex is way too naughty.
Too naughty. Shh.
But
Don't
then
say that.
this old horny lady at the cake shop is like, "I got these for you." She goes out the back and
Just
rustles
drool
around,
dribbling down.
She like it's like Prohibition era. She like goes out and gets a little bag of like candied dicks. And she's like, "Here you go." And Demi's like, "Oh, you filthy old lady."
Salt Lake City is really not the place
great.
for us.
It's great. She tells Brett about. Wait, do you reckon they have gay bars? I would love to go to a gay bar in Salt Lake City. It'd be so funny.
They surely would. It's a major city.
Yeah. Is it?
Do we go?
I really want to go.
Should we?
There'd be so much hot like DL Mormon trade. Like, can you imagine?
Grinder would literally just be a non. Like,
It would be
not
like
a single
ripped
profile
torsos,
picture.
though.
Yeah,
Like hockey
that's
player
true.
torsos, but with no faces.
How many of the husbands are on them?
All of them. But mainly Connor.
Oh, honey.
Poor honey. Well, he's on Tinder. He's on
He's on
Grindr,
all of it.
He's covering
Craigslist,
bases.
yeah.
He's got a serious disease. Demi tells Brett about the rumor that he cheated, and he's
Yes.
like, "Oh yeah," and he like starts off cool on camera, but then cameras go down, but audio's still rolling, and he's
Always the
pissed.
best. Always the best when
Pissed.
when the audio's still rolling. That's gold. Hot mic.
He's mad, and then she says to us, "Well, why are you so mad though? Probably because where there's smoke, honey."
You're acting very defensive. This is how I would act if I had cheated.
Exactly.
So,
Whitney and Michaela bond over making sourdough. We love to see it.
cool.
Whitney and her gay husband Connor are baking for the Bake Off because Connor loves.
He loves baking.
Yeah, what a
Mhm.
cutie.
Mm.
And also all the different hairstyles. It was bleach blonde. It was
This is Connor's.
in Turkey. Yeah. I can't keep up with the hair story
Yeah.
on Ms. Connor.
It's a journey. It's an emotional internal journey, and also an emotional hair journey.
It's beautiful.
It's
and an
like
emotional
whenever-
porn addiction journey. Just give Connor a spin-off. I just want a show of Connor, him every day. He struggles every day, like trying not to watch porn.
I want to know what porn. I want to see the videos. I want to know what the
Was
categories
it crazy
were.
shit? Because in my mind, a Mormon idea of a porn addiction is just like a regular person. Like, do you know what I mean? Like he has watched porn.
Yeah, like
at
literally.
some point.
Yeah, jerks off.
Yeah.
a few times a week.
Yeah.
Watches
And
porn
they were
for
like-
5 minutes on his
And
phone.
they were like, you have a problem.
a literal addict.
I think that's in my
Yeah.
fantasy of this show. That's what's happening.
That's what's happening. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to know the actual truth. That's not as fun.
Zach pops by because Jen doesn't want to be on the fucking show anymore, and he's like, "Oh,
Fair
get
enough.
over it.
Yeah, I want to be
Ugh."
famous.
He's like, "Depression? That's not real. Shut
Come
up."
on. I want to get a brand deal.
What a great guy.
Yeah.
And
we have to remember he is 25.
True. he mentions the cease and desist that Demi has allegedly, I don't know, filed.
For what?
About the Italy trip.
Oh.
And the alleged flirting with Marciano from Vanderpump Villa. Crossover.
Can you tell me about him?
He's just like a beefcake guy with like some bad work.
Yeah.
Like hot, thick Italian-American
Memorable?
boy. He was memorable in the first season of Vanderpump Villa. He famously got kicked off the second season.
Oh.
Because he was having drama with his ex and Lisa Vanderpump was like, get out of here. So he
Right.
didn't even he wasn't even on the whole season, but he was on
When
they
Villa.
stayed.
Yeah.
When the Mum Talk girls stayed.
Yes, famously he was on.
Yes, and that was the thing. And of
Yes.
course these girls can't keep their hands off a beefcake.
Don't blame him.
They're only human.
Mm.
They're only Mormon. But yeah, wouldn't recommend that. I mean, it was all right. It was just long and not as good as this show.
No. And I feel like I've got all the best bits.
Yeah, you don't need it.
No. All right.
But yeah, Lisa did fire all the good characters this season.
Yikes.
I was like, what are you doing? Dakota confides in his mate about Taylor and how his emotions I actually am starting to feel sorry for Dakota now.
I feel so. I mean, he's getting the consequences of all of his bad decisions.
Yes.
But I still feel sorry that, I mean, his life sucks.
And Taylor also makes bad decisions, but there's never any consequences for that.
She seems to bounce back
Message.
quite well.
Yeah. She's a narcissist. She doesn't care.
Honestly, that's what makes her such good TV, is that she just doesn't give a fuck.
Give it two shits.
No, she will say and do whatever and not think of any of the consequences until after the fact.
Also, are we forgetting that in the first episode of this whole show, she gets arrested for domestic violence?
Oh, I don't like to think about that.
No,
that was so gross.
It was horrible.
And then the show just stopped, and then 2 years later, they start filming again.
So crazy.
Wow, we should rewatch that first episode.
Ooh.
That feels like another world.
It was true crime.
And then she comes back and she's fully pregnant.
Mm.
Oh, so weird. Yeah, gross.
All right,
Oh,
the
and
Bake Off.
Dakota and her are still...
I
Anyway,
know.
sorry. It's so gross.
They're that annoying couple that just they're bad for each other, but they're Mormon, so they're sealed.
I learn a lot.
I learn a lot about sealing.
Yeah.
Sounds dumb.
And so when you die, you're sealed to them. You're going to spend eternity together.
Apparently.
What do you mean spending eternity with your ex because you didn't do the paperwork?
So ridiculous.
What do you mean? It's true.
It's true. Michaela's gone all out with this Bake Off. She's made 5 different baked goods, and they all look terrible.
She has her eyes on the prize, that girl.
Now that the patriarchy is behind us,
See ya. Toppled.
We're gonna have the women cook all the food, and the men are gonna taste it, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah, that's what the second wave feminists had in mind.
Exactly. That and J.K. Rowling. Surprise, surprise! Connor likes the penises on top of the cake.
Wow, crazy!
And I like that they made a special
we get
note
zoom
of
in.
that just for us.
Just for you and me.
Then Taylor Frankie Paul does a Demi and talks about the rumors and the nastiness.
Oh, you've got to. I mean, if you can't bring it up at the Bake Off, when can you?
Exactly. And Connor opens up about Tindergate and everyone cries. But don't worry, we're going to get another 30 minutes of that at the reunion.
Yeah, don't worry about that. He's quite a wordsmith.
What the fuck? He talks about porn addiction like it's like he killed someone in a hit and run by accident, or like he, I don't know, had cancer.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know,
There's
name something worse than a porn addiction.
There's there's literally nothing worse that anyone could ever have. It's but it's quite moving the way he speaks about it. He's done.
Oh, I'm obsessed.
He's a man who's done therapy, which I think is rare for this show.
Love. Also,
and not just ketamine therapy, talk therapy. He used his words.
There's another kind.
Yeah. You don't just get high on K and pass out.
I know. I want to cure him. Hit me up, Connor. The Book of Betrayal is next, and it's 2 days after Friendsgiving comes up on screen.
Yes.
And we get the Country Music Awards drama go.
Oh. We're putting the cunt in Country Music Awards. She looked very nervous on stage. this is another one of those dramas where I feel like the show is telling me that this is a massive deal, and I'm
like,
really not following.
Like,
but I'm
what? There's a Country Music Awards now?
well, that first of all, but I'm just like so much of the drama of saying like, oh, Whitney is the worst person in the world, blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't actually understand what anyone's
Because it's
done
so
wrong.
petty.
It makes
so
no
petty.
sense.
And then
Someone
they just
didn't
never
comment.
back down.
But to me,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that does sound like the end of the world. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about, but I'm on board. I'm with you.
I would be upset too if I co-hosted the Country Music Awards and you didn't comment. I would be like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, Michael, did you see my post?
Well,
I
you
was at the
should
Country Music
vote
Awards.
me out of this podcast. That is what you should
That would not
do.
happen. But
That's reasonable.
It's so funny. So she gets upset because they didn't comment
Yeah.
on the post, and she gets upset
In 24
within
hours.
24 hours. But as we see later with receipts, they all fucking like private messaged her before,
And they
after,
called her.
during. Like, fuck off. To me, like,
Yeah.
social media posts are performative. Like, your real friends don't do that because they're like
No.
actually texting you.
Yeah, saying happy
That
birthday.
supersedes
like,
a public
yes.
post. Like, fuck off.
And what did she do?
It's
in
actually made me
response?
mad. No, it
can
made me
sense
really
that.
mad because I'm like,
yeah, it makes no sense.
well, the fact that she triples down on it, and even in the reunion, she's like, yeah, but can't you guys see why? And they're all like,
I'm like, no, but they did message you.
it's fucked. Anyway.
Yeah, and also, let's be real, none of these women are actually friends.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. It's all for
Brand
the show.
deals. Yeah. True. But fuck me, I love how fast the show moves. It's like, great, we're
It
already...
was so quick.
It's so good.
You
And
have to just get on board.
the way they just introduce it, boom, at the start of the episode.
You're like, yep, okay, yep. Country Music Awards, done. Biggest thing ever.
We get some fallout from that. And Taylor she's such a victim, always the victim. She's like so
She is,
stressed
how
from
dare you.
that she can't even, she's like, I can't even think about this ultimatum that Dakota's given me because I'm too busy annoyed about the
Country Music
comment
Awards.
section. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Then they have the Saints and Sinners party.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, with the two business women, the entrepreneurs, the CEOs of Mom Talk.
What are their products again? It's like,
So, goat tail hair or something. That's Jessie's. And then
Yes.
Macy's does like coffee enema vitamins or something.
hot.
It's
coffee douche.
coffee douche vitamins. It's some it's some wellness bullshit.
Sign me up
Yeah.
to both.
But she's writing a book.
It's true.
Mm.
And Macy is pregnant.
Uh-oh.
But shh.
Don't tell
Of course we're
anyone.
gonna tease it out.
Even though two of the other women are currently pregnant at this time.
They're always pregnant. They're fertile myrtles.
Yeah.
They're doing their Handmaid's Tale
Well,
duties.
not all of them.
Oop.
Who said that?
Also, while we're here,
Yeah.
I did bring us two pregnancy tests. Should we do a little pregnancy test roulette?
Absolutely.
Woo!
Woo.
I saw it on TikTok. When
Yeah,
that,
put it in a cake.
That actually sent me. Like, I
That was insane.
could not believe that happened.
I can't believe Layla, like obviously a producer, like had set that all up, but it's like, but Layla didn't once think like, oh, maybe this might be a little hard for Demi, who's currently going through fertility treatment and is really
Crazy.
depressed about it. Oh well, let's make her do a pregnancy test in front of everyone.
Before that, though, Saints and Sinners, Taylor Frankie Paul's outfit. She wears the most subtle outfit. It's wings that are the size of the house.
She's going to topple over. And she thought that was just a perfectly normal thing.
I'm obsessed.
It's like showing up in like a full wedding dress to someone else's wedding.
Yes.
And of course, Taylor Frankie Paul is wearing that.
And of course, she's brought Dakota with her emotional.
But they're not
support
together.
animal. No, but she's like, I brought him because I know I'm going to be attacked, and I'm like, yeah, you're going to get attacked for being a shit cunt. Like
Literally, what's
take some accountability.
some accountability in terms
Yeah.
of the patriarchy?
Anyway, shit goes down. The group, and then so Taylor Frankie Paul had told Layla about the group chat messages. No, sorry, the
Right.
other way around. Layla had told Taylor Frankie Paul
Yes.
about the messages that they'd said behind her back.
Yeah.
Which, when did Layla become like the snitch of the
I
century?
know.
Miss Thing?
She has been really stepping her pussy up in terms of getting,
Yeah.
in terms of the patriarchy, in terms of getting like
Yeah.
airtime. I think she
Yeah.
comes to regret this move.
Because Taylor Frankie Paul drops a bomb that Demi said that Jesse's shit at hair.
Oop. Oop.
Which in this group, that is like a bazooka.
Oh, yeah.
That
That's
is-
her livelihood,
That-
mama.
you're talking about my business. I'm standing on business. Business. These CEOs are
Oh,
like, this is too much.
yeah.
You don't fuck with my business.
No, this is
You
her
don't fuck with my
livelihood.
hustle.
She is an entrepreneur,
Mm.
CEO.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Demi Bat's back to Taylor Frankie Paul. She's like, you are unwell.
Mm.
Which I'm like, where's the lie?
Jesse's face, though, when she said
Oh,
that. When she said that, oh, Demi
Ooh.
says that you're shit at hair. And Demi's like, I don't remember. Girl,
It was good.
let's lie better.
It was good.
Yeah.
I'm
Dig
still,
up.
Still team Demi. I just can't help it. She's
Oh,
so
yeah,
fabulous.
it's great, but
She's
like-
evil and she's fabulous.
But clearly she has said this,
Mm.
like, that Jesse's shit at hair or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And has just got nothing to say. Oh,
Yeah.
it was so delicious. And Layla's like, oh my God, fuck. Please don't say that I told you that I gave you the group chat receipts.
And this is when Taylor Frankie Paul starts poisoning the minds of the others, saying, well, I think Demi is a greedy bitch and she wants money more than the sisterhood that is Mum Talk. And I'm like, Mum Talk is not a sisterhood.
Yeah, can we just...
It's
Let's be real for
a brand deal
second.
machine.
Yeah. We're on a reality show, mama. Let's just...
Yep.
Let's rein that in.
Yeah, Michaela. Episode 9 is the Book of Reckoning.
Mm.
Oh, 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 oh. And we have the Jessie Macy catch up where Jessie tells us that this was crazy, that a doctor watching the show DM'd her and was like, you need to get that mole checked. What the fuck?
We're podcasting about it. I don't think we watched the show with that level of detail.
No, I'm certainly not looking for moles. But how did that happen? It's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, yes, turns out it was a potentially cancerous cyst that she got removed. And I'm like, that is so crazy.
I know.
Anyway.
God, good for her.
Yeah, well done.
Should we be watching the show that closely?
It's a good way to get a free skin check.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Skinny dipping in the pool. It's purely medical. Okay, don't get angry.
Exactly.
I just need the whole of America and the world to do just a really quick skin check on me right
Yeah.
now.
Now they're planning another girls' trip, this time to New Orleans,
New Orleans.
which is somewhere that I have been.
Oh yeah,
And it's incredible. Beautiful
Yeah.
place.
They really lent into the coven.
They did. They
Yeah.
could have gone harder with
I
the
think
witch.
so.
Of
Yeah.
course, they were like witchy stuff. Send them there,
Mm.
like voodoo stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, good food. They actually have some good food this time. They're not in Scottsdale anymore, in the
Yeah.
suburbs. Jen sends them a video, and she does not look well.
No.
But this is when I'm like, oh, starting to get on Demi's side. I'm like, who
Who
are
sets up
you
the
having
camera?
a mental health break or not? Because this is a bit attention-y.
Yes, but also like, what else is she doing all day? You know what I mean? No offense, but like,
All right, Jermaine.
okay, but she doesn't have a job.
Yeah, true. I think the producer's like, look, we're happy to. You can take 1 day of sick leave.
Yeah, like no, like
'cause it's
literally.
America. And then they were like, or you could just like, I know, send us a video, some
Yeah.
content, stir some shit, and
Well,
then
they're-
we'll pay you.
They're paid. I don't know how they would be paid if it's like
Mm.
if it's for the whole season or per episode.
Per
but it's
drama.
just
Per
like
piece of
per
drama.
drama, like literally. And so clearly they're just like, all right, Jen. Well, when
Yeah.
you're ready, send us a video saying this,
I know. I actually.
and it better be
Look,
good.
this is bad because she's on her mental health journey and we love that, but also
Yeah.
it's confusing. She apologizes to the others. She's like, if I've hurt you, it's because I'm going through some shit. And that was when I'm like, oh, this might actually be real, you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Are you okay, Jen Affleck?
it's Are You Okay Day for Jen Affleck, who may or
Oh.
may not be related.
I don't think she is.
She's not. Even, I love in the reunion. She's like, I still could be. And Zach's like, honey.
Well, like,
Honey,
where's the
no.
question right now? It's firmly established you're not.
Demi, however, calls BS. She's like, who films himself crying? And I'm like, every single one of you girls.
Very true. I was going to say
Yeah.
excellent point to me, but also,
Yeah.
yes, literally all of you.
They go to this sad burlesque club. But of course, because
Mm.
they need to put them in like sexually charged situations
Mhm.
in every episode because that's the formula of this show.
Yes, and then Mormonism has to come out.
But then Layla, my queen of the week,
Mm.
smokes a puff of a joint that has been inside a vagina. And I gasped, like, Because normally they do really like lame things, and
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, dry humping.
yeah. But this, I was like, oh, like that was actually better.
Yeah.
I want to party with Layla.
Yeah.
If that's what she gets up to.
A little young for me. She is
True.
fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
But I think she's on her journey of like, I want to have an orgasm. Like I want to,
I
honestly.
want to smoke some
Yeah.
joints out of a stripper's
She'll
boudoir.
get on the pipe next
Yeah.
season. No doubt.
And then, of course, straight away afterwards in the Hummer, they're all like, ew. They squeal. They're like, you could get a yeast infection. Whoa.
They were never going to handle that well.
No. But I love it.
No.
The show is great.
Yeah.
It's so good, you guys. Oh.
Mm.
Layla is high from the
BV joint.
The BV joint. So
The Bondi
she-
Vet joint,
the Bondi
yeah.
Vet. So she's ready to ask Demi the important questions, which is, can you and Taylor survive this? And Demi's annoyed by being asked. She's like, can't you guys see Taylor is the problem here, not me? I'm fan favorite.
I really need an explanation. Maybe I wasn't clued in for season 1, but yeah, this fan favorite business.
Maybe there's like a poll,
Maybe
a fan poll,
a stripper poll
There's definitely that.
with the data that we need.
Then we get pregnancy test roulette, which is just
Fucking
Jats crackers.
Like,
Like, what?
I mean, love whoever came up with that, but it's actually like they were all having fun and screaming, and then like Demi
Until-
starts
Yeah.
fully bawling, and they're like, "Oh,
It's very emotional, especially when
Shit.
people are preggers. One is positive and they squeal. The squealing in this, I did need to like lower the volume.
It
This
was a
episode,
lot, yeah. I mean, I would also squeal if I'm like in a friendship group and then like we're doing this as a joke, and then all of a sudden pregnancy tests are getting positive. Imagine if we did it and one of us.
I know.
I'd squeal.
Me too. I was actually thinking for gay boys, it would be more likely to do like STI check roulette. That would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
We all mix,
positive.
we mix the results, yeah, and they're all positive. So like,
It's all gono in just different areas of the body.
So good.
Yeah.
But then there's a second positive, which even
That gags me.
That did gag me because us,
Yeah.
the viewer, did not see this coming, and it was like,
No.
and I was like, who the fuck is pregnant?
Yeah. I literally thought it was going to be Demi because I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this scene is so
I
gross that like
know.
maybe they're leaning into
I
that to
felt
like
for her,
have a
like,
beautiful moment.
I know.
And it
her
didn't.
And her journey.
And then they were reading a third one. And I was like, oh my God, it's going to be positive again. And it wasn't. And I was like, oh,
Stop.
this scene is too
But-
much.
But it's Michaela who's pregnant. All right.
Which makes sense if you, process
Yeah.
of elimination. But
I know. Then they go and get beignets at the Café du Monde to take their mind off it, which was cute. They do a little bit of tourism plug stuff.
Yeah, paid for by the city
Paid
of New Orleans.
City of NOLA. Then Jessie confronts Demi about the slander to her business.
Business. How dare you?
And they talk very fast
Mhm.
about this.
You were taking notes.
My notes just say, these ladies talk very fast.
Okay.
She goes, you
About something.
She said, you're taking business away from me.
Whoa.
I'm like, okay. Demi's apology doesn't go down well, though. Jessie's over it. She's like, I don't really care. And then she said, maybe it is Demi that's the cancer of the group.
Strong language.
Yeah.
Is Jesse's business real? You know how the Kardashians had that clothes store?
Good question.
You know what I mean?
I've
like,
not
was that
seen-
ever a real business?
Probably not.
Yeah. I think we need
Well, apparently
answers on
she's
this
been doing
one.
everyone's hair for ages.
Which makes a lot of sense because they're identical.
Exactly.
Also, I don't know how long we've been recording, but I want to bring up the fact that we have not mentioned, is it Morgan? The other blonde lady's name? Miranda. The fact-
Love her.
Okay,
She's great.
Okay, but also...
She's the one that was sucking Dakota's dick.
She dropped off the face of the earth from episodes 6 to 12.
Because they got what they needed from her, which was swinging dates.
And this is why she was not cast in season 1.
Exactly. They
Like-
got it out of the... This show relies on hooking you in because you want sexy dates later
Yes,
on. They do
yes.
they do it to us at the reunion, which
Oh,
we will get to, but I
big
was
edge.
furious. Furious.
Yeah.
And then they're like, haha, season 3. I'm like, fuck, season
Do we even
3.
have a premiere date for that? Like, if it's next week, sure, that's fine.
the
But
fact that it's filmed already, like, I don't.
yeah, it just means
I
the
don't understand.
The reunion was nothing because it's like, well, none of these
Yeah.
storylines are finished. Anyway,
Then they go to a vampire themed restaurant.
classic.
And they pile on Taylor a bit, led by Demi, which is good. Let's go rivalry. It's Demi v
Yep.
TFP.
And look, Demi wanted that airtime. She got it.
She got it. Demi's like, are we just going to let it be the Taylor show? And I'm like, well, kind of, yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad someone is like in contention for the crown.
Yeah.
Because we can't just have Taylor every season.
No, and you want them all. And I think that's why season 2 has been so good, is because all of them are really fighting for that airtime. They all know what they're doing.
Yeah, great setup for the final episode. I was like, this is great. Because all the girls are like, oh, I don't want to pick sides. And I'm like, but you're going to have to. Episode 10, the Book of Salvation. Layla, the little snitch that she is.
Love her.
Relays everything from the trip
Messy.
straight to Taylor. It's like, what's the little bird from Aladdin?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that.
The parrot.
It's that.
She was so on Taylor's side. And I love that Taylor's like, okay, let's see how you're like this tonight in front of all the other girls. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, shut the fuck. You know exactly what's going to happen. As soon as anyone else is around, you're going to just shut down and be like, oh, I never said that. I'm not on your side. I'm just with the majority.
Yeah. She makes it sound really bad, though.
Yeah.
They did pile on a bit, but not as bad as the other. I think the other direction towards Demi is meaner.
Now, where it is. I agree, 100%.
Like, yes, I think Demi's points, it was a losing battle, but they're valid. Like, she's like, Taylor is messy and she doesn't ever own anything, which is totally true. That would drive me insane.
Yeah.
And she's just sucking up all the airtime and getting away with all the messy bullshit. I'd be pissed off by that too.
I think it just comes down to the fact that none of these women are actually that close with each other.
True.
You know, like the fact that Jessie and Demi are meant to be best friends, and yet Demi was like, yeah, get her off the show, and then we'll say, we'll hurt her business behind her back.
Taylor's pretty much like, let her go then, because apparently Demi's threatening like, I'll leave if Taylor doesn't or something, which I don't think she actually quite said that, but whatever. It gets to that.
Yeah, there's no way that Demi would leave the show.
No, not at all. But it's not the show. It's Mum Talk.
Mum Talk. Sorry.
Which, when they say Mum Talk, they mean like
it.
the group.
Yeah.
No one's leaving the fucking show.
No.
If they can help it.
The sisterhood.
Yeah. They have a Christmas
But then they don't actually
party.
make videos together on Mum Talk.
Apparently not. Not there.
So what is Mum Talk? Well, I guess that's the question of the season.
And will it survive this?
Whoa.
At the Christmas party, Taylor's mum, Leanne, rocks up. This was
fucking
iconic.
Leanne.
Leanne is a fucking
She's
demon.
Insane.
She's like, hey, lady. She's looking good, though. Looking snatched. Because they flash back to her last season and she's on the Ozempic or something.
Yeah,
she's looking snatched.
She needs some of those Jessie goat extensions, though. But she was looking good. But she is fully batshit. She just wants to be on the show so badly. The goat extensions got you, didn't it? I'm glad. But let's move on. So
Leanne loves being on the show. She rocks up and this is so Taylor. Like, she would have been at home. She'd have been like, Mom, I can't be fucked. Demi's like bullying me. Can you go and like sort it out for me?
But did
I'm
Taylor
gonna stay at home?
actually ask her to go? Or did
Surely.
Leanne just take this on herself?
Or Leanne would have been like, honey,
yeah.
I made her southern. Honey, you stay inside.
Oh, wow, it's a dead ringer. A producer has clearly told Leanne to go. But the same thing with like in season 1 where she just called Whitney and just bashed her. And it's just met with such confusion from all the girls.
This is great though. Like, Demi tries to reason with Leanne, but there is no reasoning with Leanne. No. She basically just defends everything that her wretched daughter does.
And I thought Demi was like pretty straight with her.
She started straight and reasonable. Then she kind of got a bit cunty, which was fun.
But also, like, as you should. Like, this woman has just, like, crashed your party and been a bitch to you for no reason just to start drama and ruin the night.
Whitney's on side with Demi. So
Yeah.
she appears out of nowhere, and I'm like, yes, I love these
Love
two.
Whitney.
Love these two. I'm all for these two.
Mm.
Leanne doesn't want to hear it though, and she starts like crying. I'm like, oh my god, you are your
Fucking
daughter.
suck it up. Like, honestly,
Yeah.
this is why you can't be on the reality show. Like, you've got no backbone. Like, you'll come in and cause drama, and then you'll last 5 minutes in it.
At least the dad knows that Taylor's a little shit, because the dad's always slut shaming her and stuff, which I
he's
love. She needs to hear it.
She needs to be told she's a dirty slut by her father.
Exactly. It's the fucking Mormon way. The mum, she's just like, everything Taylor touches is
Gold.
golden and perfect. I'm like, girl, Lena.
But the whole show and all the other women were like making it seem like Demi was just so awful to Leanne. And I was like, Leanne
I
is
know.
fucking
I know.
batshit for coming into this party and doing this.
But Taylor's always the victim. I like Demi snaps back. She's like, well, we're all going through shit. Because Taylor's whole thing is like, you guys aren't there for me when I'm going through shit. And it's like, well, they are.
Literally,
they
everyone
literally
has
are.
stuff.
And also, you're literally not there.
Not the center of the universe.
It's like, she's so projecting. It's fucked. Anyway, also lame letting your mum go fight for you. Like, sort that out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Why is your mum doing that? It's
Yeah.
so weird and so gross.
And then just as Demi's giving it to Leanne, Santa walks in. And it starts to
Candy
snow.
canes for everyone.
It's a Christmas miracle. It's so good. Michaela is like, poor Leanne. Shut up, Michaela.
Shut the fuck up. No, sorry. Not poor Leanne.
No.
She'll be fine. She's a grown woman.
Yeah. They open the gift after Leanne leaves, and it's Jay-Z Styles hair care products.
Oh my god.
Goat extensions.
Yeah, the full goat extensions. Leanne should have kept them for herself.
And I was like, you messy bitch.
Demi was not happy about it.
This is also stolen from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I do need to say, like, they totally watched that. Yeah, there was an iconic scene last season where Angie K gifts one of the girlies some, like, Tresemme bottles because they say that she's got high body count hair, which is amazing.
Okay.
And so I feel like they just have stolen that directly from that playbook. But it's like a different context, but it's still hair-related shade.
So it's
in
giving,
gift.
like, a producer doing it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They would have been like, we'll give her some hair products.
Yeah.
Cut deep.
I mean, it is very funny.
It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that to me is like, yeah, a gay thought of that. Let's be honest. It's that.
No breeder could have come up with that.
Oh, Jesse and Macy are team Taylor. Whoop. Yeah, because Jesse's obviously hurt by the hair stuff. So I think.
Yeah.
But then Jesse brings up Italy, which is code for Vanderpump Villa.
Yes.
And I'm like, you don't want to bring that up, Jesse. Because we know
Yikes.
your involvement now.
Yikes.
Jesse, Whitney, and Taylor meet up to talk business.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney rightfully is like, we have a business. Then the others rock up, and it's like the final Demi versus Taylor Frankie Paul showdown.
And it was a showdown.
Yeah. It was
Their
good.
emotions were running high.
Nothing is off the table.
No.
We get the Jesse Demi drama.
Whitney's
the Italy.
just sitting in the corner breastfeeding.
And then Layla is like, look, I'm going to have to ask Marciano, star of Vanderpump Villa on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And he just happens to like be available to
already
come to
there.
Utah. I'm like, as if he's coming to Utah. Just like that from, I don't know, wherever.
Well, for the
fuck he
show.
Exactly. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay.
No.
This was great. And then so we get this,
I'm glad he did.
we get this scene with her and Marciano. And I love he's wearing a cross.
Yeah, he's a man of God.
Man of well,
How dare you?
she grills him on what happened with Demi, and he just goes for it. He's like,
Yeah, he just-
he's like, oh yeah, Demi, yeah, that's the other one that isn't Jesse, right? They've both got the goat hair.
Yes.
He's like, that one, and
Yes.
I wanted to fuck her, but she wouldn't put out, but she sent me some sexy DMs.
Yes. And then...
but then later on when we were at Tom Tom and Sir, I absolutely fucked Jesse.
Yes. He...
When I tell you my jaw was on the floor.
He did not hold back.
No.
And Layla did not know how to take it. She was just like, her jaw was also on the floor. She was like smiling and she was like, was not
She's
expecting
like, but
it.
I'm on her side, so can we throw some mud at Demi, please? And he's like, oh, no, but
I fully
didn't
fucked Jesse.
incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way he almost just gave it away for free. I was like, milk it a bit.
I really, no, honestly, I don't think anyone in that room
Yeah.
was expecting him to be just so open
No.
and blunt. And to also say, like, full penno.
And then not
It was
even-
gonna be
no,
one of
and
those,
then more.
like-
It was like full pen, and then also like an affair. It's like,
Yeah.
it's spoken about as like a full blown affair. I was shook.
Because, like, on this show, it could have just been like, oh, yeah, we, like, touch shoulders or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know,
That's
fully
what we-
clothed.
That's what we expect from this show.
Yeah.
Also, normally on this show, it would be like one of the girls and they wouldn't
Yeah.
say who.
Yeah,
But the fact that he like named, I again, because they look the same, I had to go back and be like, hang on, did they? Because I thought they were Demi bashing.
Yeah,
but
no.
then it turns out
We've moved on.
Ms. Jessie.
It's
was
Jessie, first and last name with a photo and a
Nordic.
dress. Full penno.
Full pen. Let's talk about this insane reunion. That,
Oh, yeah.
So I have some thoughts on this reunion. Firstly, an hour 39 minutes.
Yeah, let's cut it.
No.
Let's cut that shit.
I know you guys are new to this,
Yeah,
but
60.
2 parts if you want to do that.
Oh, but also, like...
But don't do 2 parts.
Yeah.
But maybe do 2 parts, 45 minutes
If you
each.
need this much content, then split it up into 2. I'm not watching a feature-length movie of this.
It was so long, and
Okay.
I reckon a good hour of that was Connor's porn addiction.
Okay, I was quite moved by it.
You were not.
I was. He talked about his childhood.
Yeah,
Did you
true.
miss that?
No, I didn't, but yeah, it's true.
It was quite
It was.
emotive, and
It just took so long to get there.
That's
and I
true.
thought it
And he
was
wrote
just-
a little letter.
And I thought it was just going to be, one time I went on Pornhub, which is probably illegal.
No,
in
but it was
Utah
just
anyway.
like, oh, like when I was a child, I was raped, and I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We're there, and then everyone's crying, and I'm like, okay, this is like a different tone to what I was expecting, and like, where's the soda?
In the church, though, probably not very uncommon.
No.
Just saying.
Well, no, one of the men was saying like, I reckon there's a lot of people
Heaps more. Heaps
who are
more.
watching this. Yeah.
Fucked.
Can
Absolutely
we
fucked.
talk about the host of the
Nick
reunion?
Vile. Okay.
Now he has a
Podcaster.
podcast.
Yes.
How interesting that they chose a podcaster.
I mean,
I thought he was so good.
I thought he was great. He is a podcaster, but he's also like he's a bit of an influencer type in his own right.
Yeah,
I think he was an actor or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like yes, you're right. Because I thought that too. I was like, oh, they've picked a podcaster, great. But he's kind of in that like tier.
His TV
of-
presentee.
He's in the tent. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
Like he's
sure.
got deals with all these shows. He does a lot of like interviews with like Love Island cast.
Yeah,
and that
he
kind
would.
of thing.
Yeah,
Which
Well,
is
but-
great.
But he was so
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
I thought he did a great job.
I loved
of
it.
like,
I was like, I'm looking at you, binge. Where's my
where's
fucking
your
hosting gig?
after show.
I
But
should have
he-
fucked it up. So call me next time. I'll sort the ladies out.
He really like he was able to I think connect with them emotionally. He was giving them shit. He
Yeah.
had that good like
He was good,
the good line of like authority and funny.
and he's invested because of what he does. So there's that link when they have a rando.
Who
It's
has
too
just watched the
disconnected.
show 10 minutes ago.
But then
Yeah.
when they have Andy Cohen on the Bravo one, it's like you're literally like their boss.
Their boss,
and
yeah.
it feels a bit weird.
But at least he knows
yeah.
what it is.
And Demi, you didn't watch Real Housewives of Sydney, did you? So Demi does a Nicole. Nicole did this as well
Yeah.
on the reunion. Didn't rock up,
Yeah.
but she was there via Zoom.
Did a different interview.
But it was even worse than that because she did a little one-off interview. I didn't think they needed those clips. It was a bit
with Demi?
yeah,
No.
they weren't.
It didn't add.
good. It didn't add anything. They thought you thought it was going to be like, ooh.
Well, she revealed nothing,
No.
but it was more just her. I think it was saying to the girls like, "Oh, well, she still wanted to like have her say, but not
She
be a
didn't
part
say
of this."
anything.
No, she said nothing. What was she at Disneyland or something? Was that her
I don't
excuse?
fucking know.
Come on.
And I loved Demi, and then for her to not come and like back herself, I was like, that sucks, but whatever.
Well, they would have gotten paid to be.
Yeah.
The reunion would have been
Yeah.
part of their pay. So
My biggest beef with this reunion, obviously, is that
the length.
straight away he asks so Jessie, I've got to ask, did you fuck Marciano? And she goes, thank you so much for your question. I'll take that on notice, and in 5 to 10 business days. And I was like, no. Plus, they let her do that. It was like rehearsed.
Yes. And she was like, but then at one point
Bullshit.
later, she said like, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say legally because, and I'm like, are you joking? Why are we doing this reunion?
No.
Why are we here?
It was why we're here. Because if they've allowed that, it means that they've literally planned that, because they're like, we're going to show a season 3 trailer later and it's all about you fucking Marciano, so don't admit to it now. But clearly she did.
Yes,
because that answer tells us
that you did.
Yes.
And then they're like clearly separated from her 8-inch peen husband.
Yeah, it annoyed me.
It really annoyed me. It was so dumb.
Weirdly, they did it at the start. Like, you'd think that they would they should have done that just before the trailer for season 3. That would have been great.
Yes. But the fact that she, like, why, just don't even ask her the question. But she was so like, oh, you better tune in to find out. I was like, bitch, you're not an executive producer. Like, chill out. Just answer the question. Did you fuck him or not?
She's like, me and Jordan are working on some things at the moment. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes, she says the story is unpacked in season 3. What? And the fact that that's ready to go, I'm like, when did they film that?
It must have been straight after.
So crazy. They are on a goldmine with these girlies. So they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But that's the business model of this show. They gatekeep the deets. Mm-hmm. And you're like, ooh,
gatekeep.
So good on them.
Girl boss, edging you.
What else happened? Really? Not a whole lot. With Connor...
Dakota was crying a lot.
Oh, yeah, we had Dakota. Dakota and Taylor Frankie Paul, snooze. By the end of the season, I was like, I don't care about these.
It's like
anymore.
literally the same storyline over and over and over again. I'm like, yeah, you hate each other, yet you won't leave each other alone. Okay, bye.
Except I did love Miranda when Taylor was like, yeah, like when we did the swinging, like someone was like sucking his dick, and I was like, tell me everything.
Yeah,
and she was like nervously adjusting her dress.
It wasn't me.
So good. I was like, you just told us all that.
Come on,
you sucked Dakota's dick, and I love that.
Now we need a photo with a ruler against it.
Exactly. Well, apparently there's all these videos out there too.
What?
That's what Taylor keeps saying. She's like, and we filmed it all. And
like, that's right. Yes.
I'm like, amazing.
All right, get on the forums.
I think that's the end game for this whole thing is OnlyFans. Don't you? Surely. Think about, I reckon they would make, like, they would be the top creators. I think that's where they're going.
Who is most likely?
Taylor?
Yeah.
Taylor's probably most likely. And she would...
Maybe Jessie or Demi. I feel like they're the least Mormon of them.
I think they're going to do it because
I think Taylor would.
It's what's next. It's the thing they haven't done yet that would titillate. But it won't be full pen or anything. It'll be literally, you know how the girlies do OnlyFans where it's like a
like
foot and a
shoulder.
nipple. Yeah, it'll be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, rake it
It'll
in,
be
get the
Iggy
bag.
Azalea. Yeah, I'd say do it.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I think that's the end game. I don't know.
Which one of the husbands would do it?
Oh, Connor. Actually, I think Dakota would.
I 100% think Dakota
I reckon
would.
he likes to show off.
And
he
it
was
would be
looking hot in those pics of them at like stage.
He was. He had the little like
singlet.
fake tan.
Yeah, he was like tanned. And
he looked really good. His news would be diabolical though. It would be like, it would be out of focus, weird framing, half flash.
Yeah, it would be.
It would not. He would not know how to do it.
What did you think of the season 3 trailer? I didn't quite.
Haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you didn't get that? Okay.
I'm excited though.
Yeah.
Oh, am I going to get full details of Italian Peno?
Probably not.
Okay.
He's in it though, so I'm like,
oh,
he's like migrated onto this show now.
He's moved to Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Oh, the other awkward thing they do, I don't know if you got up to this bit, but the announcement of who's going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Are you joking?
No.
Is it one of them?
2 of them. But they like do it throughout the show. They're like, oh, the first person that's on Dancing with the Stars is, and it's Jen.
Okay.
So she's like, whoa, cool. I'm not depressed anymore. Thanks, guys.
Isn't she full preggers?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And then they're like, and the other person is Whitney. So it's like Jen and Whitney are going to be at Dancing with the Stars. What?
Okay. I've never watched a single frame of Dancing with the Stars.
Neither, but like to the pump heads listening, I felt for Sheena. There's a girl that was on Vanderpump Rules that's like, she's been saying, she's been like putting it out there to the
Wanting
universe,
to be
like, I'd
Dancing
love to be on Dancing with the Stars, and just they never put it
Oh,
on.
no.
And now they're putting on the Mum
Two
Talk
of
Girls.
them.
She will be like, Sheena will be watching this, being like
Oh,
so mad.
someone check in on her.
Someone needs to check in on Shishu.
So are we going to have to podcast about Dancing with the Stars?
Absolutely not. I would no,
This is strong.
no. People don't get it. Like it's not. It's
I
not
don't-
all this. That is not. No,
Yeah, I don't
I
get
draw
it.
the line.
There's no
firmly.
cultural impact for Dancing with the
It's
Stars.
that is some like
It's a big waste of time in
suburban
my
bullshit.
eyes. Yeah.
Like, oh, that's a family
Yeah.
reality.
Those are the
show.
people who have
Not for
network
me.
TV just rolling on throughout
Yes.
the day.
Yeah.
Like it's just always on.
And it's like, oh, now there's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking-
wow, Dr.
Wasn't
Chris
Pauline
Brown's on it.
Hanson on that? Like,
Probably.
fuck. Yeah, they have no
No
scruples.
shame.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Michael,
We did it.
we did it. What a great show.
Oh, it's such a good show. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. I'm so glad we get to pod about it.
Same. I'll
Season
see
3.
see you season 3. Also, we were talking. We wanted to pod The Boyfriend.
Yes.
Season 2. Is that? Do we have a date for that?
I haven't heard anything.
heard
They
anything.
teased us with some pics.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And one of
will
them-
you have me on?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Great.
I want to talk about. I love The Boyfriend.
I love it.
Just yeah. When's it coming? It was like September or something last year, wasn't it? Or maybe.
I feel like it was even longer. I feel like it's
Oh.
been out for a long time.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, Boyfriend season 2.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll see you for that.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.